We are live. Welcome to the Michigan Bros Grow Show, episode 223. That's 223 for those that can count.
223. That's impressive.
Cheers,
Yep.
everybody.
Cheers, everyone. Hope
223.
chat's doing good. Chat's already getting going. I like to see that.
It's already December. Also, it's 12/3/23, episode 223. It's a lot of 23s and 3s.
It is.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
approaching the first day of the 12 days of Christmas. We're getting there.
I was singing that song at work.
November
Were you?
just flew by, I feel like.
Myself.
I think the whole year has just.
Oh,
True.
it really has.
I don't know where November went.
I don't either. I'm
Yeah,
right.
November just
24.
disappeared. But
Yeah.
Waiting to see Daddy Red in chat. I don't see him in chat. His birthday is tomorrow, December 5th.
Oh, yay.
happy
Oh,
birthday.
wow.
Happy birthday, Daddy Red.
Happy birthday, Daddy Red.
Red
Happy
Pop
birthday.
says hello. We'll give him a warm happy birthday in chat there. Give him some small clouds and some birthday cakes and stuff. He'll be a happy camper with that. He's going to be 76 years young, something like that.
Wow.
And leveling up
Seven.
to the next level.
Yeah, he's doing the thing, man. November flew by. We went hunting, so that November is like such a flyby for us because we're always finishing harvesting. You guys got your indoors and outdoors. Both of ours come down at the same time every year for some reason. So November is just always a crunch. We don't do a lot of manicuring. We're not doing a lot of trimming, but just drying, curing, burping, making sure everything's okay. Every now and then we're trimming up stuff. We do trim up, per event, per order. Otherwise, we cure it with the leaves. It's almost like a cocoon. Keep it in its cocoon and let it cure in the leafy sugar leaf cocoon until it's ready to be. There's Daddy Red in chat. Cheers, Daddy Red. Happy
Cheers.
birthday soon, tomorrow.
Yeah, happy pre-birthday.
Happy pre-birthday.
We'll
Birthday, Daddy Red.
find
Yeah.
out the birthday with the late sesh tomorrow night. Shout out to the late sesh. So, well, I guess the biggest news that I have is we ordered some GML lights.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nothing crazy yet, right? We just got started with some single bar. They
Awesome.
come in a 2-pack, and they're little vegging lights and leafy green type lights. So we got one of the leafy green type lights and two of the vegetable vegging type lights. They're going to have slightly different spectrums. We're going to see which one works the best for which kind and, go from there. But we only got one, like I said, one of the 1 and 2 of those. So we got 3 all day. That's 6 bars all day. From my understanding, they can be daisy chained. If not, I'm sure they're super low amperage. We could probably plug them into a 6-way strip and plug them into a timer. Super easy. And that's gonna be our plan. We're gonna put them on wire chef racks, kitchen racks, that type of deal. And
Be perfect. You could just zip tie him right on.
that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking
Yeah.
a zip tie or something. I mean, maybe that come out. I'm not sure, but yeah, a zip tie will be fine for us, especially if they're lightweight, low heat.
Yeah.
Something that we'll probably need to move around every now and then and replace zip ties on. Anyways,
Yeah, Emily's got them in a closet, and she's got tons of her houseplants underneath it, and they're all doing good.
very cool.
I ordered my GML veg light, my master veg, the day you guys had your Black Friday sale. Within 6 days, it was hanging in my veg.
Nice.
6
nice.
days from Canada. That's amazing.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's you ordered the light that was in stock. Sometimes, like some of our more popular lights are go out of stock.
There's
and
a
so
full disclosure on that anytime you
Yep.
purchase. So
Ordering stuff this time of year, man. Anywhere between like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and like on through that week, you're gonna get caught in super delays and even probably put on some lists, man. Because I tried ordering one of those Herb Affair. I don't know if you guys have been getting the ads for this little pill
We
maker.
will now.
You probably will now. It's called a Herb. So check those out if you do capsules. But we're gonna start making our own multi-mushroom and multi-supplement, turmeric,
Ooh, yeah.
capsules. A little bit easier. I got a little single. You just lay out like 5 little capsules. You like hand pack them with a little funnel or whatever. And it's fucking takes forever, man. It's not the best way to do it personally. So we can do 100 at a time. Anyway, whether or not, I don't know if it's a gimmick or not. It's one of those internet pop-up ad things, but had some reviews, so I went for it, and we'll see if it comes through. But it already got put on. I'm looking at the thing, and I'm like, damn, it's been like 5 days since I got a confirmation notice. All right, wait another day or two. It's the weekend now, and then so thinking, and then I get an email that says that it's the order's been delayed. So I'm like, oh, all right. So now shit's gone on back order. But I'm like, dude, that's what you order on Black Friday. They got the sale going, and all of a sudden they probably got who knows how many units being sold, and how many they have to catch up on and ship out. And that's probably exactly what's going on with everybody else. So just
I imagine.
I've gone through this a couple of times where you try to order a couple of things, and normally throughout the year you ship. And it doesn't matter who you order from; you're gonna at least get stuff sent out within a week or two. But dude, I'll tell you what, man, this time of year it takes shit like a month to get sent out. Sometimes I swear, some people are hustling their butts off, and they're either pumping orders out or taking off the early part of December to be with family or something. And you just got to roll with those punches.
For sure, it's a vicious time of year.
Yeah, it really is.
The happiest time of year is the stressfulest time of year. So.
It really is for everybody. We all have different needs. I always vote on the side of take time for family. Do what you got to do. It's that time.
More.
Yeah. So, if that's what's going on with businesses, if it takes a little longer because they're taking a week off or something, them ship it out. More power to them. We're kind of doing that at the moment. We got obviously the holidays happen. Shout out to Mama Red. She just had some surgery go on. We've had some stuff going on throughout the family this year, and then our poor dog Dog has he's resting at the moment, but he's kind of going through end of life care. We think he had a stroke, and he's not doing the best, so he's in a recovery kind of mode for the last 4 or 5 days, and we're going to see where that goes. So we're doing the family thing right now. We're not really making emails. We're not doing, a lot of that stuff right now. We got an event in a couple of weeks, and we're hoping to get up and working then. So, get up with your family right now this time of year, guys, and do what you got to do. It's the holidays only once a season, and so take the time for yourself. It's also that time you should be resting and hibernating. It's December. All your plants go to rest at this time of year, all of the annuals at least, and although you guys down in Florida or in the tropics, subtropics, you guys got jungles still, but I think it's a good time to blaze one up for resting. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, 79 down there. If you just Google it, that's crazy.
That temperature right now? Yeah, there.
Yeah, 82.
That's
wherever it's going. I don't know where it's going.
We go through this phase up here that I kind of like. What do you think about it, Baked? This is your now third season of winter. Is that right?
Yeah, we just hit year 3 in November.
So we get this die off every year. It's kind of I look at it as a point of reflection. It's the beginning of even though my birthday's in the spring, I always look at this time of year as like the beginning of my annual year. Maybe because New Year's falls in that time, but usually it's like everything dies. Everything goes back. You kind of have a piece for the clearing of what happens. Blanket, if you will.
Yeah.
Bills get kind of covered up, and you have this peaceful, serene
hibernation.
Yeah, and what do you think of that thick blanket of snow?
I hate right now this
mucky
transition where it's just England muck type weather, and it's rainy and gloomy and cold. I'd rather get to where there's snow on the ground but the sun still comes out, so at noon you can go outside and get warm.
It's just the rain for the last couple of days. This isn't like it's been raining for a month.
It feels like it. It feels like it. But you haven't been here for a few days. It's been real gloomy. It's just muck and gloom. And it does this every
That's-
year that I've been
that's
here at this
Michigan.
time of the year.
That's Michigan.
No,
from
no, because
October
in a month we're gonna have
to
white
fucking
everywhere, and it'll be sunny during the day and be like 50, and it'll be nice.
Shut the fuck up. We
Yeah.
ain't gonna be 50. You're crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy,
it'll
man.
be nice.
If it's well, let's just think about it logically. If it's 50 degrees out, I don't think you're gonna see much snow, man.
That's it,
you
man.
get that thick snow, it stays put during the 50 degrees, and then refreezes at night. That weather, but I don't know.
We've
I
seen
try to
50
avoid going
degrees.
outside right now. From
We've
now
seen 50
until like
degrees.
May.
I'm kind of with you on that.
Yeah. If I didn't have to, I wouldn't go outside until May. I would hibernate inside.
It wasn't that bad today.
You have to take some vitamin D.
Yeah, I just take it then.
Eat
Sure.
mushrooms. Mushrooms.
Yeah, I eat mushrooms
Natural
instead.
source of vitamin D.
I saw a meme about we're not supposed to even be working during the winter. We're supposed to just be drinking and eating in some sort of hut,
all my bills
hoping that our autumn harvest lasts until the spring.
And you don't get eaten by bears or wolves.
And then we don't, yeah, that's what we should be doing, but we're
Well, how much-
working.
Well, how much
gotta-
farming have you been doing to save up your autumn harvest, man? You better get working on that. Fuck on that.
System doesn't work that way, so I can't play that game.
Grow some squash. You have some pumpkins laying around.
They'd probably be like, he's got too much food. Tax him.
That's against the law. You can't have food.
What is this, Bezos over here?
Soupy.
Got 17 squashes.
You can make a little bit of vegetables and, especially root crops, right? They store really in squash and root crops and shit like that. Just make soup. You're like
Potatoes and carrots. Yeah.
just cook it, and all of a sudden that water just becomes hot and nutrient-rich tea. And it's just like eating tea all. I just sit there and drink warm water all day, and it's like, oh, I'm so cold. If you just drink warm water all day, you stay super warm. You just have to use energy.
And if you throw some cinnamon in that, you'll be even warmer.
Ooh, there you go. Hot sauce. Hot sauce, by the way, you know how it normally, is maybe hotter coming out than it can be going in. I have noticed.
Sure.
And sometimes that's a turnoff. Like sometimes that's a turnoff for hot sauce, right? Because you don't want to deal with the next day, pain. But I've noticed that our naturally fermented hot sauce, it's just peppers and salt and water, and it's fermented. I can get a ton of the sriracha hot sauce, man, and have no pain the next day. I don't know how that's gonna go for like really hot shit, like ghost peppers and stuff like that. So
Are you saying it's butthole safe? Is this what you're saying?
saying
I don't know about the bubble safe part.
Butthole safe.
Hey,
Hot sauce.
what the
spoonfuls
fuck?
of sriracha, like real sriracha, in my soup, and it makes it super fucking hot.
Come back tomorrow for the late sesh. And we'll
The
talk
next
about
day, nightly, every night maybe there's a tolerance built up or something going on. But I think that there's something with the natural fermentation and the way that it reacts in the gut that it makes it a little less painful, a little more pleasant because it's good for you. Peppers are loaded with vitamins, vitamin C specifically, and then fermenting all of that, you're going to maybe the microbes are going to propagate some of that, but you're definitely going to get some probiotics.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
cheese and rice too.
So you say you're getting ready to harvest, Red?
We have been harvesting, yeah.
That was a good transition, Bates. Good job, man.
Oh, well, I had to get out of that area. I wasn't about to talk about butthole microbes for that long.
We'll late sesh those.
Yeah, you can bring up tomorrow. Feel free.
Saying,
I'll grab a bagel or something.
indoor, outdoor. Outdoors done around another crop of indoors slowly coming down. We've only been working one person shifts out of the farm because of keeping a person home with the OG, and then we were out at the farm harvesting the day that he kind of got sick, and we just didn't get much attended to the crop that day. Right at the point of, I flush, right? I do like at least a week worth of You know, I give a nice good just RO water. So if I don't harvest, the leaves start to go yellow, and once those leaves like hit the flower, you know what I mean? It makes harvesting almost take twice as long. It's twice as daunting, and you lose a lot of material because those sugar leaves end up turning into
they're necrotic.
They're necrotic. They're full of chlorosis. And, I mean, they're just all crispy and shitty. And then your fingers are sticky. So now you got like
debris.
Yeah, like crispy leaf debris, and you just get it all over all your buds, and it just destroys your stash. So there's definitely a point of no return. You know, there's that point of like you have to harvest. And so it's almost like once we start flushing, we need to harvest. Like there's our harvest window. You know what I mean? If we're just giving them, and it's usually within about a week of us flushing. If we don't give them nutrients in that time, they go yellow. A couple of strains, not all of them, right? Some of the more indica structured, you know, purple, like strawberries and cream, that one will stay faded purple. It won't fade yellow. But then like some of those like more sativa like citrique, and
the hungrier strains that want to feed for the longer times,
those leaves go yellow right away, and then
Spartan pukes,
they're almost bursting.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say that, dude.
Like what week
they went yellow early, dude.
So wait, just before, you know, we go too far into that baked, I do want to, in my defense, I told you when I handed you the clones, hey, when these get to flower, they can be hungry. And you're like,
what
okay.
Clones?
Or not the clones, but the seeds. When I handed you the seed, I told you about the clone.
I know,
I told you they were hungry, and you give them more food, and then you told me how many times you bitch about them being hungry. I'm like, well, what the fuck? I don't know what else to do.
It's not bitching. It's merely factual observation. They're hungry bitches, just like they're like AJ Sour Diesel. You can really, it's really hard to please it with the PPM. But
you can be stingy.
Did you? I mean, not to get off track there, but did you guys see? What's that girl that does Frenchie's shit now? Cherry Blossom or something?
Cherry Blossom.
Did you see her smush, or whoever she was with? They did videos. They smushed some AJ Sour Diesel.
No, I
didn't see it.
Find it. Jesus Christ. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. But yeah, Spartan Pukes are going good. We got plucked those this week. And
speaking of squishins.
Yeah, let's see what you got.
What you squishing? What you got, Dan?
I'm gonna bring her on the big
That's
screen.
what Tara's gonna show you.
Oh damn, she's got the big baller jar over there.
The big baller jar.
Flexing. Tara's doing the Tara's flexing.
It is so awesome. We got that jar of
you just lit up your block. Your neighbors are like, holy shit, Ohio went recreational.
We left this morning. You go ahead.
Hold on. So we went to Iron Skillet to eat after we left Dan to meet up with some other friends, and they came back to our truck, and I opened the door, and they're like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And I was like, "Oh, that's that Kim Cookies going on."
Yeah, it's loud. It's very loud, man. It's
very loud, very good. Oh my gosh, it's such a great job. I am so stoked. I can't believe we got that much from the plants. Really, I
was really, really impressed. Really
blew my mind.
Good job.
And if
what was the numbers?
Did good.
They were almost like 4.5%.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
From frozen to what's in that jar? Yeah. Okay, that's really good numbers then.
Yeah, and considering some of that flour has been in there from our first harvest that we did when we first got back down here. So, here's a tip: don't do turkey bags if you got to do long term. Do good zipper bags.
Yeah.
I never planned on it being in the freezer that long.
Freeze dry.
So I'm very, very thankful that it did turn out because Dan said he did. I saw ice crystals in there myself, and so I was thankful that everything turned out the way it did. But yeah, that was.
And the longer you keep that in your freezer, the more you chance power going out or something going wrong too. So there's always that issue. So you just gotta make sure you.
Yeah, well,
get
it
taken
won't
care
last that long in the freezer again. That's not gonna happen again.
Really good job. Did a
Thank
great
you. We
job.
appreciate it. You did a great job too. You and Trish both.
It was fun.
That 420
So-
crushes it.
So once you isolate a pheno out of that, you could get an even better return too.
Yeah, because I do
Because
definitely
that's
have
an average.
I do
Yeah.
have two.
So the
Sweet.
question is, will you be at the Third Eye Craft Affair on December 16th with some of that good there?
I'll be there as a friend walking around, seeing all my friends
With that
with
giant
gifts.
baller
With
just going,
gifts.
"Club."
Yeah, with gifts. So
I recommend leave that baller jar at home and
Yeah.
just bring select amounts.
I'll
Yeah.
bring just I'll bring a
Token
little
call
bit
with that.
already to share with friends. But yes, definitely we are definitely thinking about that as an option in our near future here too. So we're definitely
Yep.
all been talking about it. It's a great
Yeah.
time, and it's a great time for us to share our product and our craft that we love to do, because I know that I take a lot of pride in what we do, and to be able to get this great jar that I just got from Dan, who takes great pride in what he does, we want to share that with people just just like you guys have been doing. So, and the thing is, it was like, I mean, come on, guys. I was a stupid freaking peon that had never done anything, and now I was able to get, my flour processed into rosin. I mean, what an accomplishment! I feel, to me, that's huge for me. That's
I'm
Yeah.
honored that I was able to do your guys' first processing. So that's cool. It's full circle.
it is full circle, Dan. I mean, look how far we came. From chat to this. It's like really, like seriously.
And if you don't like the chem cookies, get you a hold of some of the snow cone right here.
Oh, yeah.
It's
That
got
was another
some
one.
flavor that is sweet and just sugary, smell
Yeah.
sweet.
It's got some fucking crazy funk on it,
And it's
man.
got some funk to it too. That's
Yeah.
what I'm really kind of surprised about, because I've
Makes
smoked this before from somebody from Chibahawk, and I didn't get that funky kind of disposition at all, and I get it this way. Granted, it was in a different tank, kind of, you know what I mean? Everything's different, gets expressions from other things.
So I get real candy taste up front on
Yeah.
that with a very floral, I want to say flower petal taste, and then like this really weird
funk.
I felt it's a long lasting high. On the way home, we had dabbed it, a few times, and it was pretty long. Like it didn't really hit me right away. It was a little bit of delay, but it was definitely long lasting, where I didn't need too much. I don't think.
It was good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with it.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate it greatly.
I can't wait to try that.
I know. I can't wait to share it with you guys.
The chem cookies all chem, that's just
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
great litter box, man.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I got some right here.
I
Nice.
got some chem too. She brought me a cut. We got some chem D seeds. We're probably gonna pop from Frank, and excited
Nice.
about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I got the AJ Sour Diesel video.
Oh, yeah.
I found this other one you might like, Dan.
Let's see.
So this is the first one. It goes, when the paddle shows a preview of how the wash is going to go.
Wow.
I don't know what that means, but AJ Sour Diesel is like greasy or sticky or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
Bond into it.
yeah. And then, so to give a comparison, this is something called Banana Punch, which that's delicious. But if I scroll through my feed daily, I can find this once a day from somebody, like, this color and stuff. But this is what caught my eye the other day, the AJ's, and it's AJ's Sour D.
Wow, that looks like honey.
Yeah, dude, like, I was like, oh, I have that cut. I'm going to have to rosin that cut.
Yeah, damn.
Like,
So yeah, that looks
Jesus.
to me like it is pre-greased because you don't see the bubbles.
Yeah.
So that'll improve the color and appearance too. So
Yeah.
yeah, they're probably pre-greasing that with a vacuum press.
Yeah.
Pressure.
Vacuum,
before pressing.
yeah.
And
That's
you can
sweet.
it just kind of opens up the heads, maybe takes out all this airspace from the head. So when you do get in there, you're able to get it off the press a lot faster.
Yeah.
I don't practice that technique, but we will definitely be moving towards it in the future.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard about it. But yeah, I just now you gotta get some of that dabs.
That looks fucking like so delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Cherry Blossom underscore Bell. BLLE.
It almost looks already homogenous, when I'm pressing, I see the little heads, rolling down and cascading down. With those, they're already ruptured and kind of blended together, it seems. So pretty cool. I'm gonna do a dab.
Yeah,
So
go
right-
So
for it.
when you go into the Spartan puke room now, it's changed from into
Oh yeah, so today I
like a
started
rotten shit.
flush. I started flush Friday. Friday.
Okay, so been a few
What's
days.
today? Sunday, yeah. So I started flush 2 days ago. I walked in today and it smells like rotten fruit. It's great. It's really stinky and just yeah, but fruity, which is cool for me.
So do you
And
think
then
that that's do you think that's um, a mix of some fruity plants and some rotten plants, or do you think that's
I think
what?
that's what it is
Okay,
because like number 19 that I like, that one to me is just fruity still. I did smell that one to check, and then like I still haven't found the gassy ones, but I think there's a lot of morphine going on.
this is the
But
strain for me that has changed the smell so like the most that I've ever grown. Like in
yeah, that's what I
flower, it,
mean.
crazy difference in
It's
smells.
got. You remember the book, the Animorph books?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what this is. This with the smell. But here I got oh, that's a different picture. I don't have any pictures of today. I'll get a picture and post it tomorrow. But they're just fucking giant colas though. They keep growing bigger and like so like we probably could have put the top net one or two. I can't remember if you helped me with that one. Either way, I should put it one or two lower because there's some that just didn't make it, but they're so fucking heavy that they're
falling
just
over.
well, they're falling over, but doing that thing where they're bringing the whole branch with them instead of just that cola or something.
Oh,
Because it's
okay.
so fucking heavy, and then they're heavy. Their side branching is heavy, so it just goes with it. And I'd like to put up yo-yos, but it's tough when I have to move the tables to get in there to water. Anyways, the yo-yos kind of max out at that distance. Um,
What if we took and got some like wire, wrapped it around the top of the pole that we put the nets on and everything, wrapped around every pole all the way down, and then we could just then we
yo-yo
could
to
hook
that.
the yo to
That's
that.
actually a
Yeah,
good idea. We could probably go to Menards tomorrow and find some wire
yeah.
like that.
Do you
But
have
yeah,
yo-yos?
do I have yo-yos? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
They're my
got
favorite. They're
yo-yos.
my
I got
favorite.
tons of
They're my favorite
yo-yos.
indoor garden utensil. That isn't like a
I
common
love
thing.
them.
They're my
Yeah, I like
absolute.
them. They just don't. Nobody makes. They make a standardized size. So let's say like at work, you'd never be able to use them. The ceiling's too high. They're like
Yeah,
it's like 7 foot or something is the string in
yeah.
those yo-yos, and I need like here I would want like because when you're moving the table, it's gonna do this. I need like 8, 9 feet probably
Oh
if I'm
shit!
gonna hook it to the top where all my hooks and lights and shit are.
You need to make a rack that rolls with your thing that'll hold your yo-yos.
Well,
That shit.
that's what we're talking about is we have the poles for the net that moves with it. So if we attach wire to those poles, something more sturdy than the net, we could hook yo-yos to
I would
that.
do angle iron. Is pretty easy to work with, and you could just bolt that on. Drill it,
Yeah.
and bolt it. Pretty
Yeah,
cheap. Too.
angle iron would do
Rigid.
good.
Yeah, just a little
And then you could just hook through each hole. You'd have to be a hole
3/4 inch.
from all the angle iron.
Yeah.
1/8 inch, 3/4 inch, and that would work really good. Be very rigid.
Yeah. So that's that room. Oh, and then the purple Donnies pop fine, but that's like a newer pack. And then all the purple Urkel shit didn't pop. That's a
It didn't pop.
bust. Like one purple dog bud. Wait, no, one purple dog bud's a mutant. It popped and then the head fell off. So like the seed that would
Oh my
normally
god.
yeah, it just fell off because I said, "What the fuck is this?" And then I look and I realized what happened. And then there's one. I want to say what was it? Emerald Bay, not S1. I want a purple Oracle S1. At least one of those. No, it was the Emerald Bay. times purple Urkel, Emerald Bet or Tahoe OG or something. That one, it looks like it's going to be the only one that survives, which I'll run it. It's a fem, but
How'd you
it's a
pop
little,
them?
yeah. Every way I always pop, I just do paper towel method and hydrogen peroxide,
Oh, well,
like
the
a
fuck.
5% hydrogen peroxide, make sure it's clean. But some weird shit happened. So like when they germed, some of the purple dog bug ones, they germed with a black tip. It grew. I watched, each time I checked, I saw the tail get longer, but the tip was black instead of, a nice clean white. And I was like, well,
Yeah.
that's sketchy. But these were probably they were at least in my care, at least at this point, probably 5 years. So I think they're older than that. So it is what it is, but I gotta replace them with something. So that's why I got I got some options here.
What you got?
We
So what?
well,
So what do we do? We don't have anything from that
so
popped at all.
technically we don't have anything for the garage. Because the
Okay.
purple
So
diamond I was gonna put in here because we're only gonna get like 5 or 6 out of that because it's a
okay.
13 pack.
Well, what was
Maybe
our
we get
next
a
run going
little
to
bit
be?
more.
What was our next run going to be? When we going to do that
Well, our
TGA
next
run?
run, I want to do a damn fem is the thing,
Oh,
but
okay.
that's the thing. As far as our next run, it would be clay pipes, RS11, blue 16,
All right. Let's do it.
regulars. So I'm thinking about just
Oh,
doing that and switching over. But I pulled out some fems just to fuck around.
what you got with thumbs?
Well, I got the Chem cookies. I still got 3 packs of that, so that's like 18 seeds.
Okay.
So that works out because we need like 20,
Yeah. Right.
somewhere around there. Then I got like so the RS11 blue 16 regulars we could do. We have plenty of those thanks to Clay
That's
Pipe
all I ever have.
STL. I got
I got.
shock tarts
Ooh,
from Clearwater, which is
that sounds good.
pink limonada times SD warheads. So that's right up my alley for something tart.
Is ST sour diesel?
I have to look up what SD warheads is again.
I like the sound of that one
Warheads. Yeah. Well, it's
because it
shock
doesn't
tarts
sound
too.
because
Those
it
things
doesn't
used to
sound
blow
like
my face off.
it doesn't sound like GMO. So it'd be something. It would be a different flavor.
I got a pat. Wait till I get to the end here.
Uh,
Cause I grabbed the GMO. I grabbed the GMO box or
Are
bag.
you guys gearing towards hash making strains or?
yeah. Well,
Well, we're not. No, we're just gearing the shit we want and like.
Because I've
But
never really
like,
had a lot of luck washing a lot of the diesel strains.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Just
But
let
then
you know.
there's the AJ Sour Diesel that did
yeah,
alright,
but
I
see,
guess.
we are blessed enough to have options on not only the rosin side but also the VHO side. So if it's something
Yeah,
that doesn't wash,
that's
if it doesn't
yeah,
wash
that's the
well,
big
we
thing.
just
Oh, yeah,
flip the other side.
Not
Yeah, we
limit
flip the other
to
way and try it that way.
solvents.
Yeah. So SD Warheads, I'll have to find out what that is. San Diego Warheads, whatever that is.
Because really,
Somebody
we're just
find out
searching.
for me.
We're searching for the terps and the effects, and that's
Terps and high.
yep.
More importantly, everything that drives me is high because my tolerance is not to like but my
Yeah, I have
tolerance
to
is
check.
fucking high. I dab like I don't even know how many times a day. It's probably like most of the panel, but so like high is big because 9 out of 10 times I'll get samples and stuff from things at work and stuff, and I'll be like, oh,
Yeah,
cool flavor, cool looks, but it didn't get me anywhere. I need to go smoke something I grow that I picked out, like Fatso or something like that.
yeah. Our
But
government
so
awaits us.
really, yeah, well, yeah, I got.
Oh yeah.
We'll get into that in a second. That Project C I'm taking down tomorrow too.
You're taking
So I
it
got
down tomorrow. Nice.
Yeah, I got a
That's
lot to do
exciting.
tomorrow.
All right.
Warhead.
What do you working tomorrow?
Yeah, it's tomorrow Monday. Yeah, so I gotta
Yeah.
work too.
Oh my God. So you got a lot to do. Okay.
Yeah, but it's
Well,
then
hit me up.
there's
Hit me up when you get home. If you need help, I can come out and help you.
yeah. I mean, I'll get
I
home
gotta
at like
come out
5,
anyway.
and everything comes on at 6, so you can start harvesting or something. But 8 East, which is I-95, that's a collaboration of chems times SD warheads. So we got Warhead S1
That's
at
kind of
work,
cool. And
and
those
it's
are all
pretty
FEMs.
chunky, huh?
Those are all FEMs.
Yeah,
Those
these are
two Warhead
so
crosses?
Clearwater. These are both 12-pack FEMs, so we can pick out however many we want to run, like
Yeah, I
20,
like that.
18, whatever.
Why don't we just run that? I like that.
Well, it's
two.
like what do we run? The shock tarts or the 80s or one of each, you know?
One of each. Yeah, one of each. Because then we could do one
Oh,
table of each. You know what I'm
well,
saying?
you're blowing your wad super early.
No,
We're
because
only halfway through.
yeah, but you didn't say GMO, and I don't think you're gonna, have
I
too many
got
more that
plenty
are
more before the
GMO.
GMO pile.
Oh,
I'll let
okay.
you know. But technically, the Kim cookies is GMO too.
That's what
But
I'm saying. That's why I didn't say anything about the count. I'm like, okay, another
I got
GMO.
these Colt Classic. I got they're both Fem packs, 6 each. So that'd only be 12. We'd have to find something else. But Cement Shoes S1
Ooh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
Freedom Punch, which is Purple Punch times Cement Shoes, and I'll look up Cement Shoes.
Yeah, I've had that juice and flour. That's good.
I just looked it up earlier. Colt Classics, Cement Shoes. Oh yeah, it's Animal Cookies number 9 times
Oh, geez.
OGKB times Wet Dream. Hold on. OGKB times Wet Dream. Well, what's Wet Dream? Blue Dream times Willy's Wonder.
Ooh.
Which Willy's Wonder is oh, unknown indica. That's real convenient. But
Good old Willie.
yeah. So there's that been hold on. That might be kind of good. Let's move on though. Let's move on. I don't want to take up too much time. I still got Functified, which was a fucking killer, dude.
Yeah,
I
I
still
love
got like
that
a bunch
one.
of those. This is Soulfire Seas or
That
Genetic.
was a
Those
good
are
one.
FEMs?
Soulfire Gardens. Huh?
These are all FEMs, right? That you
Yeah,
look.
everything I'm selecting is FEM, so we
Okay.
yeah, except for the RS11. But that we can put next. You know, that was the whole plan. And then there's also a couple of these. These are only 3-packs, so it's kind of like fill up the Functified with what's in here because I think these were 6. Yeah, and one of them might be used slightly. And these are 3 where I got Bahama Berry,
Oh yeah. that was-
Strawberry Jelly times Bahama Mama,
Yeah, I like
Damn.
Bahama Mama. She dumps.
FEM,
Miami Mommy, which is Mind Flare times Bahama Mama. Mind
that
Flare
Mind
fucks
Flare
me
is
up.
good. Oh yeah, that's
And then this one, which I can't really pronounce, Nafshish, and it's Northfire Cookies times Bahama Mama. So that's kind of and Functified is Funky Charms times Bahama Mama.
I liked the Bahama Mama.
Yeah, the Funky had some good phenos. I haven't ran any of these 3-packs,
I
so
still like her.
that
She
would
was
be
a good one.
kind of like a fun one.
Yeah.
But let's get into what Spartan was waiting for. And these
Yeah.
are the GMO ones I pulled out of the GMO pack. I got GMO bag. Sorry, it's a
You
bag
probably
of
like GMO
GMO
box.
crosses.
Taxi
right
driver.
there.
You had a taxi
Right there.
driver one.
No, Taxi Driver. I think I bought that, didn't I? I think I got that. But that's
Yeah,
regulars. But that's regulars.
It's
Ah.
regular.
That's in here. That's in here. That's in here.
Yeah, Dirty Taxi.
Yeah, Dirty Taxi.
Dirty
Dirty
Taxi.
Taxi. See, look at you not looking at GMO crosses.
Yeah, I didn't say that they.
But I think we should use Dirty
Rare.
Taxi for a Top Dog run because I got like
Yeah.
3 of his other packs.
I think
Ski
so, too.
gifted me a couple cool ones like Chem 91 stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But JMO, which is in-house, GMO times Jelly Breath BX1 focuses. BX1.
So it's sweet garlic. That's what I get there.
Old School Bloom.
Oh,
Melted
yeah.
strawberries times GMO. Or I mean, it's melted strawberries, which is strawberry guava times GMO. That's gonna be a washer.
Yeah.
Red onion.
Red onion.
GMO times red velvet. That's Lit Farms. We could get lit up in here.
Put some of those on your burger.
Yeah, see, we could make a burger run like that. That'd be kind of fun. I don't really want to do this one, but it is in there. It's the GMO times Project 4516. I already ran some of these. They were just okay. It was
The 8-inch
okay.
bagels.
Right on.
Yeah, the 8-inch
Don't worry,
bagels.
it's okay.
But Yeah, so it's really to me it would have to be a toss up between like a Soulfire run, the Y East run, or and that's really it. If we're sticking to FEMs, and then we just do the RS11 like we were gonna do next time,
I agree
regular
with that.
FEM, regular FEM.
Yeah, I like
So
that.
to me, it'd be Shock Tarts and 80s versus Soulfire, and I got a D20 like always. So we could do odds Soulfire. Somebody remember this. Somebody remember this. Odds Soulfire
So all we need to know, odd Soulfire roll,
evens Clearwater.
obviously.
Do
All
it.
right, I'll roll back
Come
Here we
here.
on,
go.
Soulfire.
Come on, Soulfire.
15. So
Odds.
that's
Soulfire.
Evens,
Clearwater.
Okay.
odds.
Uh,
Clearwater. All right, Soulfire will have to be the one after RS11 then, because we'll go back to FEMS.
Okay.
All right, so I got these. Well, we'll do that then. One Shock Tart, one 80. So I'll pop those tonight or tomorrow. I'm kind of tired, so we'll see.
You kind of tired.
I rushed to get everything done before the show, so I didn't have to do
So
anything.
did you take down? So we don't have any big plants like in the bedroom. No, like big moms right now that
I
we could use.
just reset 20 Spartan Pukes. Oh, I see
Okay.
what you mean. No, we have no big moms. We have nothing.
Nothing we
So
could make it
yeah,
spawns. Okay.
no. I know what you're saying. I wish that would save us. Yeah, we just do a monocrop and then.
Yeah.
But no, you gotta roll with the punches at this point, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that
But yeah,
works.
what's nice, I mean, like it's like the Kim cookies. I got Tara. She just ran a hunt, so it's like I can get a really good uh
I've got
taste out of that before
two
we
good
ever touch
ones.
that. So I think this will be fun. I-95 should be a dumper, and Warheads is some new shit out of I think Cali. We got one at work, and it's pretty chunky and frosty, and TJ got a hold of it somehow, and he ran it,
nice.
and he said at first he was like meh, but then he said after the cure, it did remind him of like the Warhead kind of smell. And I
Okay.
was like, okay. He said it was like don't quote me, but I want to say he said the lemon Warhead. So I was like, all right,
Ooh,
we'll see. But
I
yeah,
saw that.
so all right.
Everything make
Well,
it okay over there, Dan? Nothing cracked
No,
or
I'm
broken.
oh,
good.
you
I
break
just
something? It's
dropped
almost
my
it's
little.
almost dab time. Don't get too
I
excited.
Oh,
had my dab tool on it. That's what you heard was the dab tool making a lot of noise. My granddaughter's here, so she heard that. So she came running
Oh,
to the door and wants to know what's wrong, if I'm okay in here.
Aww.
that's
She's
awesome.
watching good TV.
So we talked a little bit about before the show, but I think we should bring it up on the show for people, just for people who don't know about the male. You found out that when they get root bound, they can flower on you in the bedroom.
oh yeah. So yeah, we got the 20 Spartan pukes, but we also got one male we picked out. Well, really, Spartan did. It smells like onions. And I've been keeping them in quarter gallons for God knows how long, and they're definitely root bound. But usually I don't have a problem with females; they just get a little ugly and stuff. But the male, I didn't know because I don't run males. Uh, started sacking up on me when I look over. I'm like, what in the world's wrong with that plant? Oh fuck, it's full of nut sacks, and yeah, so I had nut sacks and veg. So
So
I
how big of a
fun
pot were you in?
a quarter gallon.
Okay, so pretty
It's
small.
little tiny. Yeah, I try to keep it tiny and just reset until like. Luckily, this will be the last reset for Spartan Puke because we'll at least have a nose on everything and quite possibly. I mean, depending on how our processing goes, quickly or not, we'll have everything a decision to where we can cut out what we don't want and not have to do another 20 reset.
Right.
But I did get a bunch of free old root riots. So that was cool. Like
That's
400
awesome.
of them.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. But
I only probably want to keep only 2 females out of that run, maybe at the most.
man, you're gonna say that, but dude, I'm in there and I'm like, well, that looks fucking great. I can't wait to get that out of here so I can smell it because I have such a shitty nose. But Yeah, I mean that's why I got you to help me not keep 10. I come from a family that they're not like hoarders like you see on TV, but my dad will see something while he's walking his morning walk in trash, and he'll be like, "Well, that's useful." And now he's sending me stuff in the mail. It's like pretty much hand me down hoarding shit. So I'm not, I'm better than them, but I'm still, especially with genetics, I'm like, just like the triple burger. I shouldn't have 5 phenos. I should have like 2, if that. But
It's hard
I,
though when you have bangers. It's hard to
I
do
know,
both.
dude. They're
So,
bangers.
so
They're
it's like,
fucking bangers. Dan gets
but
it.
you know, the
But
thing is, you only have a
fucking,
limited space. You know, that's the thing is
but I don't. I have
2024.
unlimited
We're
space now in veg.
I am dedicating
It feels
squeeze
so
strains for
powerful.
2024. We're gonna keep our our
That
squeeze
should be my
strains.
goal. I should, yeah, I should start limiting my pheno hunts. 3. I should pick 3.
Keep one. Keep one banger around. That
Yeah.
cycle it through.
You should keep one. I mean, on the official,
It's
Well,
hard.
the first run 3. Okay, I'll give you 3. I could concede that, but
yeah,
after the
first
first
one 3.
run,
We gotta
after
work
the
those
first
Yeah,
set, it's
numbers.
got to be
1.
limited to 1.
No, I'm
Yeah,
fine with that. I'm fine with
run
that.
3, run 2, and then run 1. Going it down that way. And which one, taking in factor which one roots faster, veg is faster,
Number
flower,
17.
all the factors, not just the end factors too. So I don't know.
Yeah.
2024, man, I'm excited for it. It's gonna be great.
Yep. I am too. Should maybe see some Spartan growing and Trichome Forge stuff all out. We're gonna try to get some of our stuff out in 24.
I look
Uh,
forward to it, man. It's gonna be
but
great. You guys are gonna crush it.
yep. I'm balancing work with play right now, and I got Indica B over today, and we busted out some fish tanks. So
Yeah, but you
got
never know. You might, who knows? We might have a fish store. You might have a fish store going,
well,
and that's work.
we were. This is soil canvas. Today we're talking about a fish store. So yeah.
I still got to
Um,
call on that place. I can't find the realtor, so I got to find the realtor so I
yeah,
can
it's
find
hard to
it.
find online other than the one link you gave me. You can't find it on any other website.
That's
Yeah.
the
But
best
they
way to
had
get
the
the best
number on it.
deals is just become retail.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was joking around, and we were gonna have a small. This is a small tropical only, saltwater only fish store,
Exotic, yeah.
consumption lounge, and you can buy GML lights. It was a one stop, but yeah.
And the grow store, you could have like, was it build the soil shit
Well, you
there?
could have aquaponics stuff.
If it were grow soil,
Aquaponics?
yeah, if it were grow soil, it would be limited. It would be stuff that only Spartan and I like. Like, yeah, like build a soil, some
So we could get a
aquaponics stuff.
discount.
I do support aquaponics. I want to mess with that one day. I think we have a big enough veg to throw a small tank of fish in there. I was thinking about it the other day.
Oh, we probably could.
And but yeah, it'd be like aquaponics, and then for me, if I could, I'd bring whatever newts I'm running. Like I like Canna, but
Yeah. Well,
yep.
you got to be specially licensed for that. We can't because
Yeah, but I know the guy. I know the guy. I know the guy.
Okay.
He gave us swag last year at Christmas.
Well, he can just sponsor us. We'll get it for free then.
Yeah, I got a big old banner. I want to put up if we're running them, but I don't like sponsor crap too much. Yeah.
They start
But,
expecting things.
oh, look at that. Clay Pipes. He's in the process of back crossing the Blue 16 male back to the RS time, the seeds we have, the RS11 Blue 16 seeds. Hell yeah.
Oh,
See,
nice.
that's why I'm excited to run those next after the Fem run, because he's really working that. And he's choosing, his pheno as well. So that's exciting. Which brings me to Project C. I had some pictures.
Oh, let's see.
Where did I
there's
put my?
there's a good question in chat for us to talk about after that too. Thoughts on
Okay, don't
companies
forget it.
breeding. I'm just bringing it up now so I don't forget. Just thoughts on
Yeah.
companies breeding triploids so that you can't further the work.
Yeah, that was Clay Pipes let me onto that like a couple weeks ago. But yeah, we'll talk about it. I don't like it.
I don't care.
So
I just
this is
part a company that did that.
It's
Yeah.
advantageous for an outdoor grower.
This is the Project C. So you got way back in the bear. There's your government oasis looking fire as fuck. I don't know if it's like the pollen or what. I don't know if there's actual seeds in any of this yet.
It's the fucking good high off that fucking plant, man.
That yeah, and well, I'm just exactly even if it's not seeds in most of this, it's like all bangers I like. You got Fatso and Fatso right here. One of them looks really faded, like this one.
Yeah,
Then you got Disco Fries somewhere in here, but it's you can't really tell. Like that's a Fatso, and then Government Oasis comes all the way across like a beast.
just kind of
And
spreads out.
then you have some Chernobyl. The Chernobyl, do I have
I
this other
love that.
pic?
Fuck, I love that Chernobyl
The
so much.
Chernobyl is the hardest fading this time I've ever had it. Oh, it's right here in front. So like, see, this is a Chernobyl right here. It's
Yeah,
purpled out and shit.
God, it looks
This
good.
is the Disco Fries. I see.
Oh,
Okay.
she's yellowing out.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That,
Purple, but then yellow. And then you can't see it. Mac 1's right here. It's kind of normal Mac 1 starting to purple, but late. And then right here's the RS11 I got from Clay Pipes. And that one, I can see why people like it. It's like this weird, almost gas, but like sour note to it. So I can see why people like that. So I wouldn't mind seeing some seeds come out of that, but that's coming. That's all coming down tomorrow.
like what kind of sour? Like a citrus sour or like a
No,
fucking milk sour?
like a milk sour, like
Yeah.
something that kind of makes you like that chem sour. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It makes
Not
you like,
that. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I don't want that orange sour. Uh, not
no.
personally. Um, but yeah, so that's Project C that'll come down. I'm hoping for some seeds.
So that's all hit with Chernobyl pollen, all of those strains.
Yeah,
So
that's all got hit with Chernobyl pollen.
so you have to do a
So
really good job of labeling
smoking
everything,
in it. Oh
saying what. Oh
yeah,
yeah, I'll help you with the smoking part.
yeah, yeah. So you gotta be real diligent when you smoke it, and you gotta smoke it all.
I'm
But
really excited for our TGA run. But yeah, I think we might have to do 2 or 3 runs to run through all our TGA stuff.
what? Yeah, you gotta remind me of all you have because I only have 1 or 2 packs. Yeah, 2 packs, and that's
Oh,
5.
I have easily more than that.
Yeah, I know. So, uh, we'll do. Yeah, I'm excited for that too. Maybe we'll
I
do that. So maybe we'll put that as behind the RS11 regular run. See, we
okay.
have so many choices for regular.
Oh my
We have
god.
so many choices in that vault.
You know,
Like,
maybe in 2024 we'll have clones available too. All these, hunts that we're doing, we'll have to throw some clones out there
well,
for
that's
people.
yeah. We gotta get the flavors out first so they know what they're getting. I don't like just like,
That's true.
that one time we went to an event once and there was a seller that was selling some. We're like, how much? What? How's that? Oh, I haven't grown it. Oh, look at the price tag, $800. It's like,
Yeah,
well, I don't
lost a
like
lot of
that.
respect. Lost a lot of
Yeah.
respect for that person.
Yep. So yeah, but yeah, that's the plan. That's why I got a big veg. I want to be able to supply people with cheap clones, get their gardens going with new flavors. So yep. Uh,
Absolutely.
5 minutes to hash time. So
All right. Well, what do you guys think about the triploid? I think it's if you're
hmm.
running and you're just trying to grow flower and you're not trying to breed in for the work, which is probably 80% of the people who buy seeds, maybe. It's not going to affect them in any way, shape, or form, other than they'll never have to worry about seeded out weed, which is kind of cool, I
Yeah,
think.
that's cool.
But
Just have to
then,
worry about herms. I think.
yeah, but like if you're like, say, for example, an outdoor grower and you can't control what other people do and they're letting all the fucking pollen fly, you can still get to a crop at the end after all that, up to the whole summer growing a plant
Well,
and not
hold on.
seed it out.
Let's back up and explain because we know what it is, but the I'm gonna not pronounce it right. The triploid or triploid is where there's a gene or genetic addition that makes it sterile, and so it'll produce a sterile pollen. So then you breed with that sterile pollen, and it makes a sterile female. That's
So it won't.
unbreedable, but it's also like the good news is then you don't have to worry about
Getting pollinated.
pollinated.
It doesn't accept pollen.
Yeah, it doesn't accept pollen. So like Mac 1's notorious for not producing a lot of seeds.
That
The
happened to
seeds
me.
out there must be like, a guy running like 20 plants to get, a little amount of seeds because yeah, it doesn't like pollen. Or
Like,
maybe it's just the right pollen combination to that plant. But that's what a triploid is. And what they've started triploids, they're natural, but they're 1 in a billion. They're 1 in a billion naturally. So it's one of the rarest fucking things. So really, the triploids we have today in plants and stuff, in other ag and stuff, are ones we made. It's a genetically modified thing. So the problem, just like you said with the pollen, though, that's the problem with the triploid. Is one of the issues that people are having out in Cali is people using that triploid stuff are they're using it outdoors. So then a male with triploid pollen is going and hitting other farms. So it's like, yeah, use it indoor, but maybe not outdoor.
Yeah, and I mean, I heard the same like fears in when feminized seeds came out. Oh, they're just doing this so that you can't breed with the seeds. But I mean, there's still even years and years after feminized seeds came out, we still have regular seeds available to us because I think there's just so strong of a hobby gardening or whatever you want to call it, home gardener presence that still got normal seeds and continues to even do amateur breeding. That I think they're always going to be around. I think having other options available is cool. Cool with me. I'm fine with that. It's another tool in the tool belt, right? Like if I want to do something outside, I'd rather have something that's triploid if I have the option.
Yeah, but then there's the shout out real quick. Oz, I got some Oz BX3 from Green Shepherd Farms or Green for Shepherd. Fuck, I always forget this. Yeah, Green Shepherd. Um, but Indica B. And th- the problem I have is there's also aspect of greed of like, oh, I have a way of not letting my genetics get out, which
Is that bad in a breed from a breeder's standpoint at least?
you
Look at it
take
that
if
way.
you take capitalism out of the planet, yeah,
Yeah.
because the whole point was like, let everyone have genetics. Let's proliferate the best weed continually until we can.
Right.
Obviously, it's gotten off
Yeah.
track.
And the fact that the breeder who made those seeds had the luxury of having an open market where he could get seeds or she could get seeds that they could use.
Exactly, exactly. They use
Yeah.
in the end, everyone's using somebody else's work at this point, unless you are really getting a lamb race, and you better go to somewhere where there's nobody living and get some weed seeds because that's the only way it's a lamb race. None of this like, oh, I got this lamb race from wherever and it was in some village. Well, that's probably not a lamb race at this point. Everything's tainted. Um, but yeah, so they say like Mac one. They say they're kind of accusing Mac or no Capulator of making Mac one a triploid so that it wouldn't get out, which I don't know about all that because it got out no matter what. Yep, hash
Look at
time.
that. Yeah, it's everywhere, man.
It got out as a clone no matter what, but and then it got bred with like a motherfucker. So uh, yeah.
Becca knows what time to get home. Hash time.
It's just the odds on that one. It's like 1 in a billion that there's you found a natural one, which means if he found a natural triploid, then that it's like I'm just throwing numbers, but it would mean like, all right, we're not gonna find another natural triploid cannabis plant for another like 5,000 years. Cool. Like that's the odds or something, like man, you are lucky. You sound, but so, but yeah, so it's just a topic, what's Chad think? I don't know if Chad is for triploids or what, or if we even explained it well enough, but uh, I don't know if I'm a fan of it's GMOing too. It's actual GMOing, like genetically modifying. So it's a little tricky. Like I'd rather I'm a big fan of regulars. I grow fems because of convenience and like not having to test them or having to do the whole put the clones in there and figure out what is what as far as male female. But I think natural regulars are we should always keep those going.
Yeah, and I
But
think there's going to be enough people interested in the hobby of it
well,
that there's
yeah,
always going to be that available.
that's a good point. It's not like it's going anywhere, so it's not like we can't have either. But I think the big issue that brought it all up was that they were doing it outdoor, and so it was hitting other people's cannabis and fucking their cannabis into sterile.
Well, that's ridiculous. Yeah, that's kind of you shouldn't do any male shit outdoor. Honestly, there shouldn't be
Yeah,
pollen.
exactly. Yeah. Oh, anything grows? You restocked her on some triple burger. Yeah. It's,
I've been rolling some donuts with that triple burger.
oh,
We smoked one this morning with Tara and Troy.
you'll
That
have to do a
OG
tutorial.
Mac. Yeah, I will one
Cause
day.
I don't know. Like, is it just a ball in the middle of the joint? Is it a
It's like a
snake?
worm.
Is it a
You know what we
snake?
need to do
Okay,
is
so
a
you're snaking
collab.
it.
Baked. We'll do a
Oh,
collab with Spartan Puke with Dank Man Dan and have him just roll them into donuts for.
yeah, we'll do
Yeah,
that. We'll bring you some product.
they're good, man.
Yeah.
They were really good.
So okay, I see what you mean then. Yeah, but you
So I
need.
use like a mold to mold the cannabis into the shape I'm looking for. It's like a rectangular mold and holds the 2 grams of flour very well. You pack it in there very good, and then I put the 1/2 gram worm that I worm up on some parchment paper. Get into a nice sized log. Put it in there. It's a
So
short log.
you're packing joints.
No, this is rolled, hand
Hand
rolled.
rolled. I was gonna say you gotta hand roll
Yeah.
this,
Well, with
but
this, it's really easy to do. All you basically got to do is just fold this mold over after you press your weed into it, and you got your little worm on there. You fold your weed over, and it kind of creases itself. And
so
but you just have to have the right papers to do it.
uh,
That's huge too, having the proper papers, and I can show you.
but you gotta do it with pre-pressed product, right?
I have a better luck. I tried doing it with
So you
loose
do it with the
material,
temple
but my
ball
worm would
right?
always be offset and the
Yeah.
joint would burn funny. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Using the mold, I can compress my weed down, and when I fold it over, it truly encases that worm or that log, so to speak, where it's going to burn evenly in the middle of the joint and give you that donut effect.
Yeah.
I googled on YouTube how to roll a fucking donut, and on the video the guy had the link for the little cookie cutter press from Etsy. I ordered it. It was like $3, and we've been banging them out ever since. And
probably 3D printed them or something.
yeah, they're definitely 3D printed. So.
And they are great.
Kingfisher in chat. What's the difference between a donut and a snake in the grass? I think that's the same thing. I think that was the old school where they would take hash and do that, and now they just call it a donut. But it's, it's higher
Used to be
quality
called
these
pull.
days.
They did call it pull and snap because that was kind of the consistency. You'd pull it and it would snap.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes it's the rosin is so fucking soft, it's hard to get it into the shape you want it. And it's kind of a bitch sometimes, but I don't know, works good. So yeah, we do 2 grams of flour and a 1/2 gram of rosin, and mix for a 3 gram hoot, and usually they get you very well medicated.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Sounds good to me.
It was a great wake and make.
Yeah, I was going before you guys got here, but definitely high when you left.
I know. I looked at Troy, and it was like about 10 till 7. I was like, "You think it's too early to show up?" And I was like, "Nah."
I was up at like 3 o'clock, waiting. You guys
Dan, Dan, I wanna personally thank you for your carts that you make, because I'd gotten some. I don't know, it was a couple weeks ago now, I guess, from you that I brought to Emily, and she just had her gallbladder removed, and she couldn't smoke because imagine trying to cough after surgery. But she was able to smoke a joint, or she was able to smoke that cart.
Well, that's
And
good.
so she's able to get medicated from that. So thank you for that, man. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool. An application I never ever thought of. You know what I mean? It just happened to.
Oh, they're really
It's a
good.
new avenue for us. It's definitely tedious to load them carts up and stuff, but they seem to be hitting it very well, and everybody likes them. So thank you for the kind words. We'll continue making them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to share to let you know. So if you ever did come across somebody who is like had lung issues or whatever, I can't cough or whatever. Those are smooth and they taste nice. You know what I
And
mean? And it's
Trish, she doesn't dab a lot because it's hard for her, and she coughs a lot. So she's able to hit the carts. They're a little bit smoother. I think during the process, there's a degradation of the terpenes, from cooking it off, basically. So maybe that's where they're a little smoother because they're not as terpene enriched, so to speak. I don't know.
right.
I don't know, but thanks, man. They do hit very well. I enjoy them.
Where did everybody go?
I don't know. They bolted.
They said, "Fuck this, we're out of here." They hit their dab at
Man, they've been going strong.
No,
3 o'clock this morning.
the freaking dog is like pawing the hell out of us. Like we're like, somebody's gotta take the fucking dog out. Somebody's gotta take the dog out. Somebody's gotta take the fucking dog out. Then we were getting ready to do rock, paper, scissors, so we didn't want you guys to see it. So
Well, I wanted to ask you guys, now that you've had, a crop harvested and you've had it pressed into rosin, is that going forward, is that the plan? You're going to continue with that kind of thing? Were you happy with the result? Or are you going to kind of pick out a select part of your harvest that you want to have pressed and still have
that's
flour
a good question
too?
because I honestly, my hopes were not that high. I just for lack of confidence in myself, kind of whatever. But I did not, getting back into growing again. Trying to weed out all not bugs per se, but literal things. Quirks,
Variables.
Trying to make everything, tip top shape and that kind of thing. So,
Dialing
the
it
other
in.
thing
You're
is
just
my
dialing
flour
in
had
the
been in the
growth there.
freezer for, we've had 3 harvests since we've been home. So some of that flour has been in there since almost February, March of last year. So, or the beginning of this year. So I was a little leery on how it would hold up, how it would do. Never growing it before. I had no idea. So I was a little just like, I didn't have very high expectations. That's just me. I don't want to make, too big a light, but, definitely, as much as we dab, that's definitely something that we want to continue doing because just even if it's not to be able to share with anybody else in our friend circle, which is, what our main goal also would be too, also, is to share with everybody, but we dab a shit ton. So I know we're going to continue getting, this done, but, depending on how it washed was I kicking it? Was I, going to stick it and just blast it? I didn't know where I was going with it. So this was a nice determination.
The smells on the flour definitely, we're not getting the smells.
This absolutely expressed so much on this plant that I did not expect. So I'm very, very thankful because this is wonderful compared to how the flour smoked and what, terps we were getting off while growing it. It just wasn't very pungent.
Even right now, while it's in the garden at 60 days.
No, but they're gorgeous and just praying and just phenomenal looking, but they're not
pungent. It doesn't fit like a pungent smell like you smell right here.
But boy, when you get it to this point,
because your nose blind, man. Talked about that this morning. Your nose blind.
That might
probably
be
right because it's growing here
shit
all the time.
Everybody else around you can smell that shit.
Yeah. That's why people tell me my dogs smell. So, but yeah, we definitely are going to continue doing this. And, I'd like to see the different aspect. We were just talking about, we've got, different flowers coming down, other ones getting ready to go into veg from clones, and it's like, where are we beefing up? Here we gonna beef up over here. We gotta beef up over here. What are we gonna do this time? So
It's funny that you asked that question, Russ, because Tara and I talked about that this morning, and she asked me, she's like, "What should I do?" I was like, maybe you should keep all your top colas for your flower, all your primo buds, top them off. I know you don't typically like to branch down to hang, but that'd be an option to where you can keep your primo buds for flower, and then keep all your B grades. If you're going to have a mass amount, keep your B grades and C grades for your washing. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have the best of both worlds.
right, and that's where I was a little like, for yield wise, where do I keep stuff to, gift and for flower, and what do I keep to put to the freezer? And I know how many plants I have, so it's like trying to, figure out this and that. So it's pretty cool.
More junior mints. More.
It's really cool to have that option, another option so it's not just doesn't have to be flower. It's cool to be able to do that. I really.
Oh gosh, yeah. What a tremendous. I mean, honestly, it's been 100% full circle for me. I mean, to start off from, not really knowing anything about, cannabis growing, getting, acclimated with that, entering the competition to grow off with everybody, going and working at the facility, it's just like, and now to be able to have, these jars in my hand right now of something that I actually, this is mine, So, not that the flower has not been mine, but for some reason, this is like a whole different, I don't know. It's like,
it's a whole different level
It's a jar
to
of
know.
dad.
I know it's a jar of
Nothing
dabs,
better.
but to me, it's so much more. It's
freedom. You know that you don't have to go anywhere to get dabs for at least a fucking month.
that is true
Hopefully
too.
a couple months.
That's everything. I
A
told him, I was
month.
like, yeah, I was like, as much as we dab,
I can't wait for you guys to taste it because guys, it's really, really good. I mean,
it really is.
I can't say enough about it. They knocked it out of the park. I did, store it a little better next time if you're looking for long-term storage, but you can't taste anything, of like freezer burnt or nothing like that. So,
Yeah.
good job, be proud. And
Definitely, we
it
are.
really expressed some terpenes. So, good job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
and the sugar cone, that's a bag seed we got that we grew out just for shits and giggles. He found this seed and plucked it in soil, and like 3 days later it came up, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" He's like, "Oh, I put that seed in soil," and I was like, "Okay," and then off she went. And now here I got some in a jar, and I'm more than some. This is just not more. This is just not. This is a lot.
Yeah, there's a nice bit there.
So I am ecstatic over returns. So I am very, very thankful, and I can't wait to share with everybody. I can't wait for everybody to taste it. It's so awesome.
We're already excited to what to do next. We're
Yeah.
going to do something next. We're going to do something and
Hi, Beck.
have, I don't know, just share.
I bet you're gonna do Gorilla Glue next.
You know it.
And Motor Breath. So
Yep.
I gave him Motor Breath 15 today.
Yes, we got to.
Oh, nice.
We brought home
Yeah.
Motor Breath. So
And blueberry.
and
Blueberry
That
muffin.
one- Is that
Are
what
you
you
gonna
like?
pop seeds?
Huh?
what'd you say?
Are you gonna pop seeds?
Oh, I'm popping seeds too, but
Oh.
those are the extras that I just brought home to add to the collection.
She brought me some
Yeah.
gifts also too.
Trying
Did you
to.
Don't you like the motor breath baked? Isn't that the one you like?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
That's one of my probably my
it. Love it.
current favorite out of all we grow is I'll grab that
found
Motor
a-
Breath first.
Found a way to improve it though. And,
It's a really bland looking flower. It's not.
well,
I've had a lot of people tell me they like it, so it's a really popular strain. I've just never been a fan. I mean, I don't hate it by any
No,
means.
it's just
that I
not
hate it. I
a
just-
show flower in my opinion. It's it's not
it's great high, great smell.
Yep.
heavily.
um,
Yeah.
I
But
love
if you
that.
mix it with, obviously you can't just find any papaya, but pretty sure it was papaya they mixed it with. I think it was spin melts.
Oh,
And
I
it was
had a
papaya
rainbow
motor
belch
breath
and
15,
motor
and it was
breath mix.
delicious. Yeah,
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
it was the perfect combo, I thought, for that.
That's good.
But
One.
Mhm.
yeah, motor breath 15 is dang.
Yeah, I really enjoy motor breath a whole lot. So I'm super thankful for that, and I can't wait to add that to the bunch. And yeah, we're definitely popping seeds too. Yeah, we've got a lineup coming, and I keep like crossing one off and sticking another one on, and pulling one off and putting one on, and
Yep.
I just gotta narrow it down and just do it. But for sure, we're doing the 2020s. Those are a definite. We're doing 2020. Those, what's it called again? The snowblower.
That I'm excited to see what those are.
Me
I
too.
think that sounds the lineage on that and the stuff
Yeah.
that those guys. the
Well,
work that they
I've been
do.
wanting glue sniffer for a while, and I had it in my possession for a while. The seeds in my hands for a while, and then I traded them, and so it's nice to have it back. Whoa, sorry.
They don't know what's going on.
Oh, they can't see that.
Nope.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
What happened?
I don't know.
I would need to know what's going on.
Okay, so the dog hit something, and a whole
The
new
key-
screen came up here, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
He
wonder
probably
if they
bumped
can
the
see
key. He
that.
probably bumped the
Oh, that was
keyboard.
it. Oh, we can see the screen.
They
He
can't
bumped the
see
keyboard
that.
and it was blocking our view, and she thought it was
And I was
blocking
like,
your
"Oh,
guys'.
shit, maybe it's blocking. me."
How does this radio
I don't
work?
know. I'm tech tarded. I don't know.
Bake's over there ripping on you.
He always is. I'm an easy target. It's okay.
Oh.
You should have
Yeah.
seen this guy trying to FaceTime earlier. It was quite
Oh goodness.
pissed off.
Both me and my mom. We were both going, how do you turn it off? She's like, I don't know. How do you turn it off?
Swipe up,
I
man.
know.
Swipe up.
Just making it worse between the two of you. The blind leading the blind.
Well, I had to place the call for him
Like I had to
and then come hang up.
intervene.
Then try to talk her through it.
I can actually make a fucking FaceTime call.
Yeah, I can do that too.
Look at the
Not very
way he
fast. I
said
can't hang
that
it up,
was so serious
I wait.
and
I wait for the other
proud.
person.
I can actually make a FaceTime call because
That's
my
nice.
son taught me a year ago. I've
Yeah.
been FaceTiming for a
Really
year.
funny.
Like I said,
In
I
fact,
don't
I have a badge, and it's right
Yeah, I
here.
love it. Where, honey,
I'm
did you
really
get my
not familiar
FaceTime
with
badge?
technology. It's so new.
Hey, she must be with the chickens.
Dude, the video phone was like future technology from Total Recall and Back to the Future. And I totally didn't
No,
think it was ever
That's
gonna
Jetsons shit, man. From the Jetsons.
Dude.
You wouldn't
Oh,
remember that.
really?
Dude,
You'll
we
have
are
to look
living-
that up,
we are
babe.
living in-
I remember the Jetsons.
You're right,
They
though.
played that
You're right,
way.
though, Dan. It was that was fucking predicted by the Jetsons. for
Judy
sure.
and Leroy.
Cheers for Goalie.
What's up for Growley? Welcome. For
What's up for Growley? Good to see
Cheers,
you,
guys.
man.
What the heck did I just come in on? You giggly bunch of goofers.
Oh,
Well,
We
It's
are-
just after dab
There
time.
you go.
Oh boy. oh,
I'm ready
boy.
for some dad.
Gooman.
Hey,
Nice
shout out
cake.
Good man. This is some fantastic
I've had
looking
that
rock.
nickname.
We
Dude,
did
it's
spend an
beautiful,
hour.
man.
It's so
That's
great.
that's my buddy Connor.
Oh, he did such a great job. Shout out,
That's
Connor.
his outdoor expression.
Yeah, outdoor.
of
It's
MG1s.
phenomenal.
Yeah, I've been dabbing the shit out of that
Yeah,
stuff.
mine's gone.
I've been
Tell me-
taking way too big of dabs of this, and fortunately, I got Mrs. Fergurley here to help me occasionally. And
I
not on
can
this
help
one.
you out with storage. So give me your terp description on that. He's going to be real curious.
Yeah.
Ooh, hold on. Keep talking. Give me a minute.
Uh,
This takes me a
I
minute.
don't want to influence you, but
I know. Keep talking about something. Well, this is not the
So
turbo.
this is a Primal Punch wedding cake cross. I don't know if you guys
Mhm.
know
Meg
about
Grower
it.
one.
From Meg Grower. It's a smash cake. You guys met Connor up at Luzerne. He
Yeah,
grew-
I got a cart
Grew
from
your-
him. Same time I got one from you.
yeah.
Hold on. It is a primal punch cross.
Yes. Primal
Gosh
Punch
dang it! I
wedding
knew it.
cake, I believe.
I knew there was primal punch in there. I kept thinking like, because I'm pretty sure I even have like 3 packs of smash cake seeds. From
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do
You
too.
should.
Yeah, and I haven't. I don't think I've popped them yet, but or actually,
You
you know what? I
should.
think I popped
Definitely
maybe one
pop
of them in a pheno hunt in the past, but didn't make it through. In any case, I was certain that there was primal punch in this, but I'm like, smash cake. That seems like it's like a GMO wedding cry, like something like that. But there it is. There it is. I'm glad to know that because I thought for sure there was some primal punch in
Yeah,
here.
I definitely.
Actually, I was able to get some of this into Meg Grower's hands, and he was on his live and gave us a crazy great review.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, shout out to Meg Grower, and all of his genetics I've ever grown have been fucking fire.
A lot of hashers.
Yep.
Yeah.
How you guys all doing, man?
Good. How was your dinner?
Oh, it was good.
Good.
You guys want me to share a picture? I posted it on IG.
Well, of course. Share with us.
Fucking.
If it's me,
Well, it sounds like you want to share, so please let's.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
going to, but I don't know if you guys want me to. I'm just
Yeah,
going to
let's
do it anyway.
go. You act like we have standards or something. What the hell? What show are we on?
Well, let's see. What time is it? We're at the food court.
Section.
what kind of
Everybody hungry.
animal body part is it?
Can you guess?
I'm
Oh,
gonna guess venison. Venison, a deer. Is it a
I'm
deer?
gonna guess.
No, a deer, a female deer.
A
I'm
deer.
gonna guess. I'm gonna guess muscle tissue.
That's probably a good call there.
A drop-
Banks can go ahead and share my screen. I've got something fun for him before we even get there. Turns out the induction fan of my Traeger is just a PC fan, so that's cool. I found that out.
Oh, wow.
So there you go. Some
Oh
chicken,
man,
chicken and mac and cheese. Nothing special, but I took like 3 hours to smoke this freaking chicken breast,
Oh,
and it
yeah.
was
Is that
fantastic.
farm raised chicken?
oh I bet you that was good.
No, nothing special about the chicken other than it was organic, but nothing in terms of where it was, the locale or the farm or anything
Pretty
special
nice
about that.
dry rub on there.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, I put the Texas sugar rub from Meat Church on there. I put it
That sounds
2
good.
coatings before, left it for about 30 minutes on the countertop before I threw it on the smoker, mostly because I had to fix that fan issue, and then put a nice little sprinkle on top of the chicken and the mac and cheese as well. Just a little extra flavor.
So you guys are from the Flint
Just a little
area.
extra sugar because we can't have anything healthy.
There used to be a place down there called Yaya's Chicken.
I've heard of it. I don't know.
Oh
I don't
my
think I've been there.
God, dude, their chicken was so good, dude.
Is it still around? You know?
I don't know. It was a
Okay.
long time. I used to have a job where I'd go around and clean these hoods in restaurants.
Well, Yaya,
Oh no shit.
Yaya
Yeah.
means grandma in Greek because that's what I am known in my family with my grandbaby as a Yaya. So Yaya is
Easy
Greek,
chicken.
and that means
Yeah,
great
they're good chicken, man. If you ever
Yeah.
have a chance, stop
Grandma's
it.
chicken. I'll have to check them out. Man, I feel like Dankman Dan could host his own like podcast about dirty jobs.
Yeah, man. So
That'd
we
be
had
awesome.
Bob Evans, and we did every restaurant, every Bob Evans in Michigan, and there is a lot of them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pancakes, Dan.
It
Oh, I
is.
love Bob Evans.
A lot of
It was a
bacon
dirty
and
job.
sausage.
It would take us like the job was like 8 hours long, but we'd actually only work like 2 hours. The rest of it was all drive time. Greasy, stinky, come home smelling like a old greasy burger and shit.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I tell you, every time I walk into a butcher shop or a taxidermist nowadays, I think of you telling me that you work for a deer processor.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was some crazy shit. Like I said, the deer, we get them, they'd be prepped. By prepped, I mean they were skinned and hung in the cooler for 24 hours.
Okay.
And we would have them, we would put them on the hook, pull them out, and it'd be 20 minutes per deer. They would be deboned and wrapped in a
That's
box.
pretty impressive.
Yeah, so we were doing a deer every 20 minutes, 2 guys.
That's wild.
I was
Yeah,
hoping
that's
when we
fucking
came through
gross.
Grayling today that we would have seen the deer hanging at the one place at the
We're
sports.
doing deer every 2 minutes. Just 2
Yeah, I was
guys.
getting like, I was
Two
getting
guys.
$12
Out in the
$12
woods.
a deer back then.
Every
was
2
good
minutes,
fucking
new
money.
deer.
20 minutes, Bake. They weren't putting them in a grinder. Jeez.
Yeah, well, yeah, we did do meat grinders, but the thing is, when you're taking your deer,
I didn't even know there was a
to,
grinder going on.
get your deer processed,
There's
where
a
you
lot.
get
That's
back,
my favorite part.
probably wasn't from your deer. Just to let you know.
Well,
Yeah.
that depends on where you go, and that's the caveat. You really gotta
In the high
know
processing
your
deer
grower.
world is, I'd say, it's probably not your deer.
Yeah. There's certain ones. I pretty much what it comes down to is if they tell you it's going to be your deer, then you know it's going to be your deer.
Yep.
If they don't say anything about it, you can just assume it's thrown in the mix.
Ooh, yeah, I would definitely want it to be my deer.
Yeah.
Specifically.
I always try to.
Just usually the grind,
those
the meat
places.
grinds. The
Well,
best way to do it is to have them, add the fat to it,
Right.
a special fat, and that's
Yeah.
going to guarantee you.
10%. So my joint does 10% pork fat, which
That's a good fat.
I gotta say, guys, when they told me it was 10 pounds of venison for every 1 pound of pork fat, I looked at them blankly staring, wondering how they got 10% out of that. But that's neither here nor there. That's pretty close to 10%. So I said, hey, let's do it.
Yeah. I don't know what they would consider that in the
What is that? Like
World.
9.1%? I don't know. I'm just being
It's just a
combative.
10-to-1 ratio. It sounds like.
100%, but that's not a 10%.
Okay.
I just want to be clear on that.
That's
I,
fine. You're,
I
fine.
agree with you. I'm not going to debate that at all.
you're clear.
One,
What did you like it? Was it good? What?
Oh, it's delicious. Let's be
Okay,
honest.
okay,
It's fantastic. I have no qualms about it. It was just about
Did you get
the
sausage made
verbiage.
too? Any breakfast sausage? Or?
So I got summer sausage.
Oh, I like
I
summer
got some like basically Hawaiian snack sticks.
Oh, dang.
That's unique.
They're
That
really good.
sounds so good.
They're really good. Actually, Big Jar Grows got a handful of them before he went down on his trip down. Well, I guess maybe I shouldn't say too much where he's going, but yeah, he's got some of
where
his.
he's at, but he's warm.
Yeah, hopefully he's eating that venison before he's
He's
down
warm.
there. I got summer sausage. I got the Hawaiian snack sticks. I actually, for the first time, got maple breakfast sausage, which I'm pretty excited about and haven't even tried yet.
That's good.
Of course, tons of steaks, backstraps, all the backstraps, and then the choice steaks, if you will. I got jalapeno cheddar bratwursts, like
What?
9 pounds of those.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I'm missing something, but I feel like there's one other thing, and then everything else, which was probably about 50% of those 2 deers, went to just ground venison, also with that 10% pork fat added or 10-to-1 ratio of pork fat added.
So how much poundage did you get back in total from, let's just say, one deer?
Honestly, I don't know. I know I have the tag that says that, but I never even paid attention to it. I was just so giddy bringing it to my freezer. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, oh, what am I gonna? Oh, that was the other thing. Jerky. I got some jerky made, which, I'm a huge fan of jerky, but not really venison jerkies. But I just got a few pounds.
Real lean.
Yeah, it's a.
I
Dry.
prefer jerky,
Like
deer
chaw.
jerky over any kind of deer at all. I would rather just have jerky out of all of it. So,
Well, we got some coming your way, I guess.
This is the lady that's a kangaroo.
yeah, oh, that was good.
Joey, no.
That was good.
That was good.
We had some for Thanksgiving. Some my uncle brings a roast, and,
Nice.
like gravy. What would you say? Cream of mushroom soup type gravy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really good stuff. Always have it every year. There's big old chunk roast in there.
How do you like the roast? Because I didn't get the roast this year because I've never really taken advantage of it.
It can be dry depending on how it's cooked.
We did
Obviously
roast
with
years
gravy
ago.
and stuff, it's not dry.
Yeah.
Like it overcooked sometimes.
It slices, slop some
I
gravy on there.
prefer a shoulder roast to a neck roast.
Okay.
They pull apart great. And, yeah, I mean,
We'll save the neck for the grind or just mount it.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, the best part of the backstraps. I mean, when
Yeah.
fresh deer backstrap or the heart, it's
Have you ever gotten the back straps back uncut?
or just solid roast.
cut?
Just a solid back strap?
We usually cut them
Some
out,
people would do that.
eat them fresh.
So this year I was like, hey guys,
Wouldn't that be a lot?
Oh, it's a shitload. it like
Yeah, why
fills
would
your
you-
entire fucking grill, Russ.
That's
And
what I was gonna
that's-
say. Why would you
that's-
want that much?
That's why I'm like this year I'm like, hey guys, can we maybe cut the backstrap up into like some steaks, like some manageable steaks, because I've got this 60-ounce piece of meat on my freaking grill, and I'm like, this is not what we're trying to do right now.
Like a submarine.
Tell them you don't want
Yeah.
it
Like a
roast,
sub.
roast
You,
for 'em.
like, you gotta.
You're like, this is the best choice cut of the meat. We're eating it all tonight.
I guess I don't want to cut it. This is how it came, you know. But no, yeah, this year's different. That's unfortunate. I don't want to.
But that's like, I mean, so the
Yeah,
cost of the tags, you know, $40-$50, and then the cost of the butcher, what was that, a couple $100, few $100?
So it was $51, not including I think the base license, which I already had. So I'm gonna assume $51 for $2. It was probably close to, I hate to say this, but it was well over $300 in processing fees because of all the options I got, like the maple breakfast sausage and the summer sausage and the
Let's say 400 with a license fee.
yeah, at least I would say at least 400 with the license fee. In terms of weight, I got back, Red. I know that's what you're trying to calculate here. I mean, it was for sure. I would assume at least a minimum of 50 pounds per deer. I would think. I would assume I got probably about 100 pounds of meat total, and that's including like the dehydrated. And
It's all boneless, right? Or
oh well, yes, yeah.
on it.
Even the steaks are boneless. Yeah, yep.
So you're
Yeah.
talking somewhere in the range of $3 a pound on some
Yeah.
relatively naturally
yeah,
grown meat,
yeah.
you know. I mean, I have no idea what the diets are like over in your area.
I mean, both of these came from corn-fed farm areas. You know, like
I mean, I'm sure it's
I
great.
guarantee it's no worse than the diets of any animal. That
Oh,
you
it's
get.
way better.
that you get at the
better.
grocery
Well,
store.
the
for
deer
sure.
aren't
For
getting
sure.
the big things. The big things you got to worry about in our meat are the antibiotics and all that shit that, fortunately, at least even corn grazed deer aren't getting. You know, I mean, if there's a preference, right? I mean, forest raised or something like that is always best.
For sure, yeah.
You know, I mean, when you're hungry, you can't have a preference. You know what I mean? You got to get what you can and fill your freezer for $3 a pound. You know what I mean? Like that's great. You know, you can't get bulk pork at those rates. You know, that's
Yeah, and you're getting premium. You're getting premium.
On sale you can, but it's not. It's
Yeah.
you know, it's the bullshit. It's
Yeah,
the
I
bullshit
don't-
pigs. You
not
know,
I don't buy that.
No, but
You know what I
you got to
mean?
realize you're getting hamburger at that price, deer burger, but you're also getting steaks and you're getting backstrap
When you
at that
get
price. And that's where
yeah,
the
you're
money.
getting the
really
absolute
Those
top
prices,
quality
it's
meat.
conventional meat with antibiotics and stuff. You know what I mean? So, like, I mean, you're paying much higher. For even chicken, I mean, you're paying. Dude, the turkey this season, organic turkey farmer in Ann Arbor gets $8 a pound turkeys. They were $200 turkeys, go easy $200 turkeys. You know what I mean? For yeah, like the dudes were getting, what was it, $100 turkeys, $100 a turkey, $200.
They paid 125.
125 a bird. So they were.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Is that harvested or just like fresh, like out of the coop kind of thing?
It's
No,
a
that's
farm
harvested.
in Ann Arbor.
It's in a
fresh
bag.
harvest.
You know,
Okay,
and
okay.
at a
Then-
125 price point, I wouldn't mind supporting local farmer at that point. You
Maybe
know?
not turkey, because turkey kind of is turkey, but you know,
But the
like maybe
special-
some nice like hogs, or you know, some like some heritage hogs like Morganja does, or some some real like well grown grass fed type beef or something like that.
Well, I think the price points are worth it. You know what I mean? I think that getting your own wild fed, meat for, and if you know how to butcher, I mean, then you're talking.
Oh, dude, yeah. Here's the thing.
Bucks and
The amount.
get pineapple bacon, or you're not going to get the Hawaiian fucking sausage.
But you can, dude. And here's the thing. I've learned this from hiring contractors to do work and then standing there and watching them and trying to figure out what they do. Most of that can be done on YouTube nowadays. But the caveat, and I think I've said this on the show before, is pretty much the price of the job is usually, not always, but usually I'm finding it's the price of the tools. So if you can
Yeah.
afford your own labor and your own skill set, and that means your time and spending a little time on YouTube, so just time really, and then going out and instead of spending that money to hire someone, spending that money on that tool, you're now able to fix that problem, hopefully, and then also be able to fix that or similar problems in the future because now you have that tool. And so it's kind of a similar situation here, I think, where it's like if you are confident enough that you can fix the problem and you have the money to go out and buy the tool, like that might be the way to go.
It's usually
I
the
process all
cheaper
my
option.
own beer.
There you go.
It's always a way cheaper option, especially if it's a simple skill. Like mechanical skills are pretty basic. When you break it down. I've definitely had the luxury of going through the basic, CAD and drawing and mechanical shops and fucking wood shop and all of that stuff in a young age, but just basic interest of mechanics and some simple stuff like that, and then just learning some simple theory can get you a really long way, especially with like electrical or
Buy your kids Legos.
yeah, just any of that kind of little simple stuff. Mind puzzles, you know what I mean? And then watching somebody else perform it, apprenticing, acquiring some basic skills, and then getting the basic skills are definitely tools, and all of that stuff ends up being capital. That
Right.
all ends up being a form of capital, and it's
Yeah, you
untaxed
now have an asset.
because you might pay taxes on the tools and maybe some education that you might have to get, but eventually you start being able to utilize that to your advantage and it ends up creating social capital.
At some point, there is a skill level that takes place, and not everything can be learned on the internet. I do have to interject that.
No, but having like apprenticing under somebody and like
Absolutely.
learning something and getting hands on with something, and once you could do a couple of mechanical jobs, a lot of other skill sets are a lot easier to learn. You know what I mean? Like so many things have intercrossing theory
Pathways,
pathways and things like that, and even the tools. You know what I mean? So a tool for carpentry can also be applied to a tool for mechanics. You know
Right.
what I mean? And like vice versa.
Well, and Dan, you make a good point about having a hands-on approach and learning things, because some people do learn that way, and
absolutely.
and there's a lot of people that learn that way, and there's a lot of people that learn on repetition. There's a lot of people that learn on just being able to do it themselves. There's some people, God bless them, that can just read a book and do it all from there. You know what I mean? It's and so there's certainly different methods for people that can learn. But the point I'm trying to make is that any education you can get, for example, in a library, you can for certain get on the internet nowadays. There's a lot of different pathways on the internet,
Oh yeah.
Versus the library that might have a certain number of books or whatever. The internet is certainly unlimited.
The internet's
so
just
that's
the
why I think
library
it
evolved.
for
People
sure. Yeah,
forget
it's a
that.
history
And
of
then they get
everything.
mad at the
I didn't even
internet.
know they still had libraries.
Oh yeah, they use libraries now for like free
Voting.
renting.
Yeah,
Well,
People
like
go
no,
there to
like I
get
know the
copies.
library here has like DVDs and other random things, and like they have books too. But
But my point being is passing on traditions and skill sets is very
And
important. So keep doing
absolutely.
it.
And a great example of that for me is cannabis. I dived into the internet I was never YouTube savvy, never really searched YouTube for shit. But when it came to this medicine, yeah, absolutely, I dove in head first and haven't looked back. And it's been an integral part of my life ever since. And anytime I've ran into an issue anywhere amongst the long list of issues, I've always reached out to YouTube and see what other people recommendations were for those situations.
Well, the way it is, Google owns it, so they force you there anyway. But yeah,
For sure.
I learned a lot of shit on YouTube.
Well, it's you have to learn from people who are actually doing it. Like, it's so much easier to learn from other people who have experience with specific issues. Like with the chickens, when I have an issue, there's a group that I go on Facebook to, and I can ask any question, post any pictures, and like 10 people will answer.
Yep.
You know, and give you just like an idea of what.
yeah.
Might be, yeah.
That's kind of the caveat, though. Becca, is like when 10 people are giving you a perspective, you have to take that whole 10 into perspective
Yeah.
to give yourself that answer. Because if you follow one out of that 10, there's a pretty solid chance, being 10%, that it's gonna everything up. You know what I mean?
Exactly, but
Because
that's
there's a
why
lot
you
of
take
people on the
the poll.
internet that don't know what the hell they're talking about, whether it be anything from homesteading groups to cannabis groups
This is
to
like a
mom
small,
groups
it's
to-
like a Michigan backyard chickens.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but if,
I get
yeah,
that.
You know what though? It's funny though because Trish follows those groups, also a bunch of them. And boy, if you give the wrong information, they're gonna roast you on there as well too.
well, that's the thing. That's the thing. You go and like you look at all the answers, and if 8 people are
Self-regulate.
saying, "No, don't do that for your chicken," there's one guy saying, "Do something kind of weird," and then there's one guy saying, "Yeah, do it." You listen to the 8 people, and usually a couple of them 8 people are like, "Oh yeah, I tried that when I started 2 years ago. I killed a chicken, so I don't do that or whatever." You know,
So
like
you're saying
But-
things self-regulate.
Well, yes, but hold on, because it's not always in the best direction. Because if I mean, thinking about, if I could think back to about 2012, maybe 2013, and hey, even into 2014. So we're talking 8, 9, 10 years ago, maybe more. On the old interwebs where I got my start growing, we as a community used to bash on femmes because it just wasn't acceptable. I don't really know what the reason was. It just wasn't acceptable to grow femmes. And B, we were just learning what pH was.
Crazy.
Okay. So like it's one of those things where it's like, yes, okay, like it's in the moment, it could be a really good thing. We could have great answers, but in a long-term perspective, like it could just kind of be silly in the grand scheme of things.
yeah, but that's like future. So we just have to go off of what the best we could. Like for instance, like the fish shit now. It's like I can't be like, oh, well in 2 years they're gonna invent a way better device than what everyone uses now. Like for instance, the wave maker everyone uses, the MP40, and everyone will recommend that, and it's a great one. But like I can't know that in 2 years there's gonna be a better one. But what I can do
maybe
is
if you
go
start
find
using
out that
lobster
I
shit
shouldn't
now,
waste my money on 3 different models when I'm gonna end up wanting every feature of the MP40 now. What?
wait, what is that
Lobsters?
MP40?
It's a wave maker.
For a fish tank.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
so
okay.
it moves water.
So they
I thought
have
it was-
current. Fish have current.
Yeah, they have to. Well, also moving water makes oxygen.
Yeah.
Wait, moving it, or like do you have to actually like
It's like a
ripple it?
propeller, so it simulates waves. There's different settings, and you can have
Have
it
you ever seen
pulse.
like a wave pool where they can continuous swim and
Yeah, mine, like the one upstairs right now, is just it doesn't have dialable. It's just on, so there's just a
So you have
constant
just mini
circle in
wave
my
pools
tank.
everywhere.
The gobies like it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, they're not gobies, but they're clownfish.
Oh, clownfish. Oh, my bad.
Clownfish and a blenny.
Blenny.
But
Does
started
he still
coming
hide out on
today.
that? Does
No,
he still hide
started
out on
coming
that?
out today. He's a fat
Oh, did he?
ass.
Okay.
That's why
Oh,
he's
is
coming
he?
out. He's like, food time, food time. I'm not scared anymore. But
That's
no,
fun.
but yeah, well, yeah, it's like
What kind of blenny?
a bicolor.
A bicolor blenny?
Yeah, the purple front, yellow
Purple,
back.
yellow?
Huh?
Purple and yellow? Those are the sweet ones.
You guys want?
Yeah, he's got the yellow like about like what Becca's shirt is right now. This is really bright
Oh yeah,
yellow.
when he's comfortable, yeah, it's way more yellow, which is cool. I think I have a video because I was gonna send it to you today, Spartan. I
Red
sent
and Becca,
Spartan
did you
my
guys get your
video.
catalog in the mail from Baker Seeds this week?
We didn't get it this year.
No, I didn't order it. I just like got something in the mail from them
Oh,
today.
did you? No,
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't see one. No.
And yeah, it must be the free one. Okay.
maybe today. No, we didn't. We bought one last year, and it's so big, and like they don't get that many new seeds. Like, I think we can probably just pay for it like once for now, and wait
Yeah.
a while.
Just go online and look at it for free.
Yeah,
That's where I
They
was
do
at
a
with the
big
Rust.
sale
they don't
Uh,
do a big sale, no.
for Black Friday or anything.
no.
I figured, man, you could, a 25-cent seed turns into a 10-cent seed.
Are you kidding me? Baker Creek doesn't have to do shit. They just
Yeah,
They
I didn't know.
they make a
You
million.
think Best Buy has to do it? You think
They make a
everybody has to
million.
Yes,
do
they
it?
do.
Of their
I don't
big
think so.
catalogs, and they sell those babies for like $40.
well, yeah, and they sell their seeds for quite expensive amounts. Too.
Yeah.
I'm getting a tree this next year.
Yeah, we got one of their big catalogs last year, so I imagine it has most of their stuff in it, except for like any of their new drops.
A fruit bearing tree.
But it has all of their
Yeah, I'm gonna get an apple tree.
options, which is sweet.
Good choice.
Again, I didn't get their like their full catalog. I saw that. I didn't order it. It was just like some, I don't know, probably like
Oh, I saw that at
40,
at
50
that
page
event.
deal
Yeah.
that came in the mail
Catalog.
today.
Now I want to go look to see if ours is.
Well, it made me think about you guys, and it made me wonder. Well, when are you guys starting seeds for this coming season? Because that's not that far out at this point.
We
February.
What?
have all of our supplies.
Like January, February.
We're like ready to get started on some things, onions, herbs, things that take a really long time. You guys,
Yeah, the herbs, man, the herbs.
We just got some coasted Maine. We got some
Michigan medium.
Detroit worm. Was it Michigan?
Oh no, Detroit.
We got Detroit nutrient.
Oh, you got me
Worm
excited,
casting.
Becca.
I got
They
confused.
they corrected to the right one. They corrected to the right one.
We got the Detroit.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
We got those worm castings.
Debatable.
We got some
Made in Sparta, Michigan.
when we needed BioLive. Those are usually the only 4 inputs that we mix up in. Oh, we do have some C90 that I brought in from the greenhouse that I was going to mix up. And then we got a new bag of Recharge that I was going to use.
How big? Like a 5-pounder or like a?
Oh, just a little
5
pounder, just to
1
get.
pounder. They're so expensive, dude. I bought the. I think it was, what is the bucket? It's like a 25-pound gallon or 25-pound bucket or something once. It's like over $500 or something. Yeah, I mean it feels like 25,000 gallon. It sounds like the weight in
I was
cash.
making that shit like 300 gallons at a time.
Stop.
I swear
Before
to
you
God.
were alive.
We had that shit all over the place, didn't we, Dan?
Fucking hand watering that shit in on 500 plants. It'd take me all day.
I talked to someone today that he told me there's basically, we'll call it 5.5 people that work for this commercial grow that he's involved in. And
and a half? How do you ever have a person?
Dude, there's so much detail I want to go into. I don't think I can.
They're
but
half a person. They're
I
just
think
half a
everyone's
day
worked
worker.
with someone that probably they would consider,
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So he's like, there's about 5.5 people that work there, and one full person's job is to go and spray 40 hours a week. They're
What?
spraying for aphids 40 hours a week.
No, that's so bad for them.
Dude, and exactly. And he's okay, yeah, that's major concerns there, right? And
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, first of all, how's this passing testing? Second of all, how are people surviving? Like, what kind of PPE are you
I'll
using?
tell you how it's passing testing.
I know we all stop it.
Exactly.
You
don't
need to
want
let them.
to tell
You
you
need to
how.
get a hold of me. I got a solution for them. Damn.
Yeah, it's called
I
shutting
mean,
down.
I can't believe we're spraying for aphids because aphids are one of the easiest fucking bugs to get rid of.
Especially in the fall. Where the fuck are they getting aphids?
Well,
Jesus.
This has been bro, I wish I could tell you. Maybe after the show I could tell you guys, but oh god, it's crazy. It's a crazy situation. It's a crazy situation.
It sucks, man. I
yeah,
feel
people
bad
are
for the
wild out there.
person.
I don't
I feel bad
understand
for
how
that
they're still
person that's in
surviving.
a situation that's got a spray.
That just sounds like somebody doesn't have enough knowledge to
Exactly.
do what needs to take place.
And they're not willing to accept
I mean,
any input.
Yeah.
that's a shame too, because the plants can only take so many sprays in a given amount of time.
And that you don't think
Yeah.
the aphids are going to become resistant. Like aphids are known for their resistance to certain things. So it's like, when we, Russ, you just with GML last night had Sink Angel on variables on Friday night. We had Sink Angel on. He is like the bug guy that most of us go to when it comes to questions. Yeah, he's the bug guy. You know what I mean? I was told that they aren't using any predator mites, any nematodes, anything, nothing but sprays. They're not doing any kind of beneficial bugs.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
like, all right,
Silly.
maybe I should send a letter and throw out a retainer and just bring the whole MBGS crew in and just be like, guys.
Oh, it's just,
I'm not surprised. I actually interviewed at a grow. Oh man, it's been almost over a year ago. But I interviewed at a grow. I was sitting there with the CEO and the head grower, cultivation, blah blah blah. And we got to a point where they were saying something about. They said, "Well, we don't allow people to grow outside of work," and I started laughing. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "Well, that's the way you get bugs in here." And I said, "What about the bugs in your parking lot? What about the bugs on people's clothes when they walk in here?"
Let me guess. There was no shower systems inside. There's no
I said, "Is your IPM so weak that you don't have like predator bugs?" And like, we don't use bugs. We wouldn't bring bugs in here. And I'm like, this interview's over. I'm out of here.
You
man.
ended it. I love it, dude. I love
Yeah.
that.
In any interview I go into, I let people know that I'm interviewing them just as much as they are.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Nowadays, with this amount of experience, guys, I mean, it's become very apparent that that really is the type of situation that's going on here. Most of them have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a shame for the consumers of that.
For real, man.
The scary part was it was an international.
Hopefully, it all goes to distillate.
All the people that know what they're doing are able to, like, it should. So yeah, I don't know. I'd hate to say it, but it should be reversed. I hate to say it.
Yeah,
it's out there.
Everybody still keeps their jobs.
Buyer beware.
The owners.
I like what Dan said. Hopefully, it all goes to distillate.
Yeah, but then again, like that's like one of the most common purchase products in the country is distillate vape pens. Yeah, for now.
Because the common consumer has a low tolerance, but that's not going to last forever.
Low tolerance to pesticides and vitamin E acetate, or are we talking about THC?
Those are all tested. They're all tested for that.
I know.
Wait a second. Do you think that the reason that there's so many in the shops is it a supply problem or is it a demand problem?
What do you mean there's so many in the shops?
Demand.
Is there so much distillate specifically, not good resin vape, not vapes, not the conversation of vapes are popular, but the conversation of distillate specifically. Is it on the because I worked in a shop, dude, and all of the carts were distillate with flavors, distillate with artificial.
Because the demand is in carts, and the cheapest way to make a cart is
that's what I'm saying. So do you think so you're saying there's a balance? You're saying that it's some demand, some supply. I think that it's supply, and they're just pushing a shit product, and it's a shit sandwich. Like they're just making it look good. They're making it look.
You're giving the consumer too much credit, man.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I don't think that it's a demand. I don't think that the reason that there's so many of them in the shops is because the demand for distillate's high. I think that it's just in the shops because there's so much overproduced weed that they're pushing it all into distillate and they have to do something with it. So they're just pushing it onto uninformed people.
No, I
that's pretty accurate.
You uninformed
totally
people.
agree with that.
You know what I mean? And then they're turning it into something that it has a demand. Whereas if that product wasn't shops,
but it's because it's that product is so cheap too. That's why
You get
that's
8
why it's
for
great.
100 vape pens on the Disty
Right,
nowadays.
right.
You know, like
So let's take away the
It's more than that. I think you get 15 for 100 now.
there you go.
Yeah.
Have at it, people.
Still be the market for it.
Yeah.
Once people get a taste of what
Very
life.
unfortunate.
I think most people are still at the price stage. Like they still only
Yep.
care about the price point and not so much what the quality is.
I mean, I absolutely know people that could care less how I grow the flower as long as I give it to them, and they're just like, it's whatever. I can give them 4 different strains, and they'll be like, oh, it all tastes the same to me. And I'm like, what? That's 4 different strains. What are you talking about? And they're like, nope, tastes the same. Smoke
Yeah, but
it.
I think there's
I
a
think-
huge difference in the way that distillate carts make me get high than the way that
Absolutely.
100%.
I cannot do those
I
things.
think people with no tolerance or distillate
Well,
carts okay.
And that's where the difference
not
is.
only
for
do
people
it-
with no
they go to-
tolerance.
It goes to carts, but it also goes to a lot of their edibles that are out there.
Yep.
You know, a lot of them gummies, those are all distillate.
Distillate.
Yeah.
99% of the edibles you guys are eating are.
That's, you know, guys, now I'm talking to the public out there. That's where the shittiest of the shit weed goes that can't make it to flower. If it can't make it to go flower, they send it to distillate because they're not going to lose their money. These companies are in business to make money. They don't care about you guys. You know, I really don't.
No,
it's
they're just trying to put THC into food-like products, into candies and things like that, where cannabis should be this holistic thing where it works as a full plant elixir or an oil or something like the way that other. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird that there's a edible candy industry around a, you know, like holistic medicine.
But dude, but think about regulatory wise, it's not holistic. It's a single
Sugar is
ingredient
like
that is
holistic. You know what I mean? Like you don't use sugar to heal. You know what I mean? Like sugar is like anti-healing. You know, and it's
I agree.
weird that like you send.
That's back
You know,
where it comes to marketing. They got to market it as a sweet product. to get
Yeah,
people
they
to
do. Yeah, they got to make it flashy and look like something you've already had before, so you want to eat it.
Yeah.
So it's a wild caveat that I think is the edible, flashy candy and commodity industry.
Well,
because
there's the
that's regulated, man. That's literally all you can make.
It's uninformed customers because a lot of people are just using cannabis to disassociate and just, you know, get the THC effects. They're not looking for medicine. They want to.
They're not looking for medicine.
so they can make tinctures and oils. They are allowed to make tinctures and oils, full spectrum medicine.
You know,
they rather put it into cookies and candies and make distillate.
Well, yeah, because would you rather spend 5 minutes trying to explain that to a customer that's never heard of RSO before? Or would you rather just sell them 30 packs of gummies right off the shelf?
RSO's a hard one to
I think that they should
definitely.
overgrowing and over canopy sizing and creating distillate to the fact that they have to offload their product into sugary candies and hurt cancer patients. You know, it's deceptive.
But we got Ohio now. We got
People
Ohio
agree
now.
there.
You know what I
We
mean?
got Ohio. We can just dump everything in Ohio now. It's brand newly legal. They'll take
Hey
all.
now, don't all dump it. We're trying to be all smart about it.
Hey, Baked, we want to talk about this monthly report
I
here.
think the
Sure.
CRA frowns on.
I want to talk
interstate
about it
commerce,
tomorrow
so
on the
don't
late
worry about
session.
that.
Shucks. We got 1 minute. We
got-
can scroll through things really
yeah,
fast.
If you can go real fast.
I don't know. What are we looking at, guys? We want to see
I
how
don't
much
know.
fresh
What is
frozen
this?
is.
I looked at that page today.
Yep.
I swear to God.
I think we got to
I'm
scroll
always-
down to rec.
I'm always visiting them.
There we go. Adult use product. So 75,000 pounds of flour sold in the adult use side of things, which is pretty much the entire market.
4,000 pounds of concentrate.
Yeah, there you go.
Love it.
14
Let's
and a
go
half
through this
million.
tomorrow on the late session.
Over $250 million
Yeah, almost
dollars
$250
in 1
million,
month.
baby.
Woo!
Zero infused
Let's go,
liquid.
Michigan. Let's go, Michigan. See you tomorrow, everybody, on the late sesh. Have a good night.